All right, there we go. There's the this is the drone video for the 3 acres at Bull Shoals Lake with direct frontage um, on the take line along its west side. The truck is parked on the road. We're facing north, property on the left. Off in the lake, you can see someone on a boat. This is the middle of winter here in the Ozarks when we did this video. You've still got people out on that lake. I mean, it was 60 degrees. We generally have fairly mild winters. We do get cold as well, but this was, I believe, early March, and yeah, it was in the 60s that day. So still looking north, you can see the easement road. Land is on the left side, like I said. Right there, you can see the Y in the road. As you're coming from the north, when you get to that Y in the road, start looking to the right, and you'll be seeing the property. There you can see a ton of big cedars, which obviously are the green trees. The hardwood trees are going to be the ones with no leaves because it is wintertime when we're doing this. But look at that lake, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. This tract has, I believe, over 400 feet of frontage on the take line along its the better part of its west side. So you can literally walk from your property right to the water, and it's super close. I mean, it's like 100 feet right to the water. It does get steep on that west side, so we didn't walk down to the water, but we did walk to the edge of the property and took a look. And I mean, you could make your way down and back up again, but I didn't really see any trails. So feel free to come and check that out. But really, this property is all about the view. You'll see the neighbor's house about a quarter mile to the north when you come in, and he's got the same setup, same topography as far as we can tell, and all he's done is cleared some trees out, and the view is just breathtaking. I mean, it's out of this world. It's everything that people look for when they're looking for a view property at the lake. Now this was an interesting day to do the drone videos because we had had a bunch of rain several days prior, and Bull Shoals Lake is fed by rivers. The rivers get churned up, and as they flow into the lake is churned up. So it's interesting. This property is on the north side of a peninsula. The west side, when we looked at the lake, it was churned up. The east side looked really clear. So it's just a different river coming in on the west side, I guess. So now let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to look to the north. And I hope we take a look at that neighbor's house in the drone video. I don't recall if we do, but I just want to show you how similar the topography is. There on the left, whoop, darn it. Okay, so now we're looking straight at the property. We're going to get a little altitude here. And back up a little bit as well. Okay, there we go. So on the left side of the screen, you can see that neighbor's house. So just an extremely similar topography. That house was built there for that view. It's a nice place too. Retired guy and his wife lived there. Met the husband several times. He's a super nice guy. But now as we look straight on at the property, you've got the potential for the same deal. And while you're driving out there, be sure to look to the right when you pass his house. I mean, the view just knocks your socks off. And you could do the same thing on this tract, you know, as far as we can tell, same topography. As far as cutting the larger timber, you do have to get a hold of us, and we'd have to give you written permission for that. But generally, to do an improvement like a view, driveway, or a building site, we can generally get you written permission to cut that timber. Or you can just wait until the property's been paid for in full, and you can do as you please with the timber. So headed back toward the east, there you can see the lake on the other side. Just to the right, I missed it when we were doing this flyover just now, but you're on the south side of the peninsula is where you'll find that sandy beach area that you'll see in the listing, and I think that is just unique. It's just hundreds of feet of sandy beach, which almost seems out of place in the Ozarks. You don't necessarily think about beautiful light-colored sandy beach, but it's there. It's only, like I said, about a mile south of the property. You just take the easement roads down there. So there on the left, I mean, you can see that massive grove of cedar trees at the property. Really cool. We just walked the property, actually the same day we did this video, which was pretty recently, and just I mean, gorgeous cedar trees, rock shelves. We happened to find a tiny little waterfall, which was really cool. There we go. So you can see the truck on the road. And again, as we look to the north, the property's on the left. It's only about about a quarter mile off of Moe Ark Road, which is a paved road. You're going to want a truck or an SUV. These are minimum maintenance roads out here, these gravel roads. If it's been raining, it was, like I said, we had a tremendous amount of rain the day we went out there to take these videos. And we didn't need four-wheel drive, but we kind of had to go slowly and watch it. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at a nice tract here. That direct frontage on the Corps of Engineer line, that also gives you additional land for hunting, because that Corps of Engineer land is open for hunting. So you can walk right from your property onto, well, hundreds of acres, thousands of acres. It just depends on how far you want to walk on the Corps of Engineer land. But at a minimum, you've got a lot of additional space to hunt. You've got all that shoreline to check out for fishing. You've got nearby places you can launch your boat. Just, you know, really cool area. Amazing wildlife out here on this private peninsula as far as deer and turkey. We see them practically every time we're out here. So if this looks like something you'd be interested in, you can get a hold of us. You can give us a call. You can send us an email at sales@instantacres.com. If you check out the listing, if the property is still available, you'll see it at InstantAcres.com in the under 10 acres category. If you don't see it, it means it's sold already, unfortunately. But if it's there and you have some questions, let us know. The listing will be chock full of information as far as an interactive map and all kinds of good stuff. But definitely feel free to send us an email at sales@instantacres.com, and we'd be happy to talk to you about this property or any property that we may have available.